Yo, what is up, my bubbly boys? Back here in another video. Hope you guys have an amazing day as per usual. Today we are going to be doing a very special video. I'm actually very excited to show you guys this because I do think that this new engine that I came up with is actually going to really help the deck a lot. And that new engine, if you haven't seen it already, it's actually the Yubel engine. Using the Fiendsmith Yubel and the Yubel cards in the main deck is not really that much of a big engine either. It's only 6 cards minimum. You can run it down to 5 if you choose to cut the terraforming. But basically, the whole idea of this engine for the live twin deck is basically after you go for your live twins, you go ahead and activate your Nightmare Throne, destroy Yubel from deck, summon the Yubel from deck after you destroy the Yubel, and then after that, shuffle those back into a Phantom Yubel. So that way you're playing around Nibiru. So Nibiru is definitely a big problem for this deck, but having this as your as an option to go into to play around Nibiru is actually really nice. Now the only problem with this engine that I do have is that it can't play around Full Loss. You can play through any other hand trap except for Full Loss and Imperm, of course, and any of the Dominus cards. So that does give you a reason also to maybe to run Crossout and Callby instead. But reason I like this engine a little bit better also as well, other than Crossout and Callby, is that it's also really good going first. It's a nice end piece to your board as well. It's basically an extra negate for your opponent's turn, unlike Cross-Eyed Designator, and Call by the Grave is also pretty decent going second as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys the deck profile real quick, and after that we'll be going into the combo portion of today's video, in which that is what is really insane about this deck. The Yubel cards actually absolutely make the combo 100% better. So before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're almost there, bro. We're almost there. I know we could do it. And let's hop right into it. Alright, so for the live twins, we have triple Lila, because Lila is Bae, and she's basically the best normal summon. But after the new support comes out, this is not gonna be best normal summon. The best normal summon is gonna be Key Skill. But for now, let's enjoy ourselves with the Lila for now, until I have to cry about running only one Lila in the future. But you know what? That's okay. Next, you also have the one live twin Key Skill Frost. Basically, gives you extra draw. It's a nice extender as well. You also have 3 Secret Password. 3 Sunny Snitch and 3 Secret Password. I'm still not 100% sure on the Secret Password because it does lose a Droll. Droll is getting a little bit more popular in today's format, but I'm just not 100% sure just yet. I have to play around with it. Not adjusting yet to the Supreme Darkness format. Not too sure about everything, but yeah. Next we have 3 Nightmare Throne, 1 Terraforming. This searches your Nightmare Throne, and basically one of each of the Yubels. I'm running Spirit of Yubel and Yubel, but you can really run any of the Yubels as long as one of them summons out the other. Personally, I like the Spirit Yubel and Yubel because Spirit Yubel is usable. This Yubel is not usable, but the Spirit of Yubel is in certain scenarios that may or may not come up. Most likely not, but you know, it's an option. You know, it's at least better than nothing. And then after that, you also have 1 Chavar and 1 Abominable Chamber. This is basically the Unchained engine. I chose to cut the Shama since the Yubel stuff definitely does help the deck a lot. So I don't really think there's a need for Shama on the deck list. And then after that, for you Fiendsmith 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurry, and then 1 Tract. I really want to play 2 Tract, but 1 Tract is all we could run in the deck for now. Now, even though we're running a pretty big engine, we also have a crap ton of non-engine space. So I am running out of 42 card deck, since you don't want to open up the Yubels, you don't want to open up the Unchained engine, and you don't want to open up things like Lacrima or Lurry. And sometimes maybe Frost if you don't open up a Lila. But yeah, I'm running at 42 card deck to minimize drawing those cards. And for our non-engine, we have 3 Ash. Not the FEAT one. What is wrong with you? Anyways, 3 Veiler, 8 Imperm, Nibiru, Full Loss, and 1 Jerusalem Magnamut. So this is a total of 15, 16, 17 non-engine. So 17 non-engine in this deck. So it's very nice here. We do have still enough space for non-engine. You can run it down to a minimum of 15 though, if you want to just keep it at a 40 card deck. And yeah, so let's go on to the extra deck real quick. Evil Twin key skill, one Lila. I really think one of each is good for now because you also have Moon Close Sky. Basically your Fiendsmith stuff is gonna be doing all the work, so you don't really need to max out on your Evil Twins that much. You also have one Trouble Sunny, one Moon Close Heaven, Requiem. You also have Sequence. You have one Desiree, one Agnum Day, one Yama, one Rage, one Muckraker, one SP Little Knight, one Nightmare Griffin. This is very, very nice for the end board. And then after that, you also have a Baoku, also really, really nice for the end board as well. And then, of course, lastly, you do have Phantom Yubel, which you do go into on your Yubels, right? And so now that we're done with the deck list, let's go on to the combo. Alright, welcome to the combo portion of today's video. So in today's combo portion, we're going to be going over a 2-card combo, which I think is really, really good for the deck. It definitely upgrades the deck's power level by a ton, right? So first, all you need is any access to Live Twins plus Nightmare Throne. So, or any access not into Nightmare Throne, right? So we're going to normal summon back the key skill, activate Nightmare Throne, destroying the Spirit of Yubel. Yubel effect goes ahead and summon out the regular Yubel from the deck, okay? Now, we're not going to just go into Phantom Yubel just yet. We want to get full value out of this body that we have here. So what we're going to do is link these two off for key skill. Key skill will then activate effects and still special summon while you control Lila. You get the draw card. Now, this is very important, okay? Of course I draw into the trap, so we're just going to... Let's pretend that was non-engine, okay? So this is very important here, okay? You did not use the effect of key skill, evil twin key skill summon back from grave, which is definitely going to come up later on in the combo, and I'll show you guys that in a bit. So this is our 4th summon here, by the way. So as you know, one is the Lila, 2 is the key skill Frost, 3 is the Yubel, 4 is the key skill, and then our 5th summon will now be the one, the only Phantom of Yubel. So now we actually are able to play around Nibiru now. So we are Nibiru proof from here on out, unless they like impermanent or something and then go Nibiru. But you know, if they do that, then really what can you do? So then after you do have we go into Requiem here. Requiem then summons back the Lacrima. Lacrima effect goes ahead and sends the Engraver. We're gonna link these two off for a Lila summon back key skill. We're not gonna get a trigger effect because we already did it. And now we go ahead and go into Trouble Sunny effect, summon back the 2 twins. Very important here. And now what we're going to do is activate the Engraver effect early. So usually we want to wait until the Yama is on board. But here you definitely want to go Engraver here, which I'll show you guys why in a bit. Yama's going to add the Shavar. Now since we didn't use the key skills effect at all to summon something back from grave, we can actually use her effect to summon back the Lila. And next we can link these two into our copy of Rage, right? And then after that, we could use Shavar effect, popping the Rage, summoning Shavar. And next after that, you have Yama here, and a Rage that could add back the Engraver, right? And then Yama sends back a Fiend, right? So I rearranged these things here, because if you're going for a Griffin line, you want to sequence your things here specifically. I mean, maybe you want to switch the Trouble Sunny over with the where you can put the Griffin. But specifically here, this is where I really like sequencing my cards and putting them because for the Griffin, right? So if that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't word that very well, but I'll show you guys in a bit. So next after that, we're gonna go Engraver effect. Engraver grabs the Luri, discards the Luri. For the Luri effect, it's gonna summon itself, go into sequence, and after that sequence effect, shuffle back 3 light things. Oh, we also activate Shavar, my bad. Since Shavar was sent to grave, we set a trap from deck. And then after that, we go ahead and shuffle back 3 fiends in order to summon out Desiree. Next, we can link the sequence and the keys go off for a copy of Nightmare Griffin. Then Nightmare Griffin can go ahead and give us some guaranteed follow-up here with the Fiendsmith tract, and then draw a card as well. So this also could have been non-engine. I didn't really. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's a nice follow-up there too. But this is basically our end board here, right? So remember, we also have the Keyskill Frost, and I believe we have 3 other cards in hand as well, right? So basically, we also have to activate the effect of sequence here, okay? So this is our end board here. Let's say we have 3 other non-engine in hand. And this is basically our end board. So we have a potential 4 non-engine in our hand. So there's a potential 4 interruptions, but we're not going to count those for now. Okay, let me just show you the guaranteed interruptions. Also, by the way, this can be a Baoku here, by the way. Okay, if this is Nightmare Griffin, you have to sequence your interruptions a little bit differently, which I'll show you guys in a bit. If you end on Nightmare Griffin, you have to sequence your interruptions accordingly in order to actually be able to play with this card fully, right? Play with your interruptions fully while also keeping this card on board and alive, right? Next after that, you have Desiree as in 2 negates, but we're gonna count it as 1 for now. A Nightmare Griffin as a floodgate, which is basically an interruption, so we'll count that as 2. Trouble Sunny that goes into Lila, that is a pop. There's 3 interruptions, and Kisco the draws as a potential 4. And then after that, Yubel. You also have Yubel, that's 5. And then you have a Bottle Chamber, which actually turned into 3 interruptions with the Rage, right? So this is really important here. So what you do is you go Rage links into the SP. SP links banishes, and then SP banishes again. So that's a total of 3 interruptions. So that is a total of 8, plus a potential 9 here because of the Kisco Frost. And then you also have whatever cards you have in your hand. So what that is up to 13 interruptions, I believe, plus follow-up. So that's really nice here. And actually, we could actually go for the Trouble Sunny here, back to the 2 twins. And we actually don't get to trigger our Lila here, so unfortunately, that is not an extra interruption. So because of the Griffin that we have here, but if we ended on a Baoku, this would definitely be an extra interruption, right? So next after, you do have also the Phantom Yubel. Since it was linked with the Kisco, you also activate. You can also trigger its effect, and watch this Yubel bounce everywhere, bro. I was misclicking a lot here, so my apologies. You just destroyed a Yubel from deck, and that Yubel triggers, I believe is a mandatory trigger. But in order to avoid this, you have to go ahead and activate the effective chamber, summon itself back, block all your zones, that way they can't summon itself back. And after you go Rage, link into SP specifically here because of the Griffin. And after you go SP Little Knight effect to banish 2, and you also have Kisco Frost that could draw you another card. So yeah, see potential 14 interruptions, 7 including hand traps. And then after that, About is also an option, able to use everything, right? Because then you're able to use the Lila effect as well, right? So that is it for the combo. I really like this combo, honestly. I definitely think it's a little bit better than how we were usually doing a combo before, since it does protect us from Nibiru, as well as giving us an extra body that we could go into a board like this. It's really nice, and I really do think that this is an option that actually a really viable option that we actually do, right? So that is it for my bubbly boys. That is it for today's video. Comment down below if there's anything else you'd like to see in the near future, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.